I'm Dad, and this is Good Questions for Dad. My girls are not in this video today because today's a very special day, and I kind of wanted to do something just on my own. Today is October 16th, 2016, and exactly 1 year ago today, I legally adopted Emily as my daughter, legal daughter, and I just kind of wanted to take a few minutes today to thank Emily for making this such an easy thing for me to do. I guess first, this is the legal certificate of adoption. It makes me cry every single time I read this, and it says, I blank, I'm not going to give last names on this, but I, Kathy A. blank, Chief Clerk of the Family Court of the said county, do hereby certify that I have inspected the records of this court in the matter of adoptions and find that an order of adoption was signed on the 16th day of October 2015 by the Honorable Marianne O. blank, Judge of the Family Court of the County of Ulster, granting the petition of William J. blank, then residing at our address in Modena, New York, for the adoption of a minor child, now known and called by the name of Emily blank, born in Austin, Texas, on the 6th day of May, 2004, and directing that the child shall henceforth be regarded and treated in all respects as the child of said petitioner. This certificate, as to the facts recited herein, shall have the same force and effect as a certified copy of an order of adoption. In testimony whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the Family Court of the County of Ulster this 16th day of October, 2015. So 1 year ago today, legally, I became Emily's father. Now, Emily, again, I want to thank you. You have made it so easy to be a daddy. It's not, when I tell people that I adopted you, they always say, oh, you must be such a good man to do that. Oh, wow, you must be so upstanding. Wow, you must be such a strong man. And you know what I always say? I don't say it's because of me. I say it's because of you. You have made it so easy to be a daddy, and thank you. You know, I can remember the first time that I held you in my arms. I mean, you might have been 10 months old, and I can remember you were in diapers, and your mom was at some party, and it was the first time I had ever met your mom or you, and I got to hold you, and I held you in this mirror, and it was the first time I ever sang, who's that baby in the mirror? Who's that baby in the mirror? Who's that baby in the mirror? It's Emily. But thank you for giving me that memory. And I'll always be grateful to your mother for giving me that memory. And I'll be thankful for her to letting me be your daddy. I can remember when you were 2. It was the first party I ever had with you. And how blown away and shocked I was by the amount of pink that was at that party. I knew at that point I was in trouble. I had fallen for you. You had made it so easy. You were so cute. You chose to call me daddy. You chose to go on walks with me at that age. You chose to let me chase you around and play tag with you and tickle you and dance with you. And then I would take you camping, and you were so wonderful and so interested in the world and how the stars worked, and you would listen to me talking about the stars and the sun. Like, you were like 4 at this point. And what 4-year-old would put up with their daddy talking about, Orion, and there's the Big Dipper? You probably couldn't point out any of those stars, but you let me point them out for you. Baby, we've never had an issue with you. Ever. You've never been mean to anybody that I can think of. Maybe your sister, but that's okay. I expect that. Please. It's quite all right if you do that. But we've never, ever, ever, ever had an issue with you as far as being mean. You've always been helpful to other children, to adults, to other family members, to people we don't even know. You were my daughter, and you were the one that made it so easy. I could have easily walked away, but I couldn't, because you made me want to be a daddy. You made me want to be a daddy. It's not, trust me, babe, it's not because I wanted to be a daddy. It's because you made me want to be one. And we, me and your mom have moved you around quite a bit. I have an adventurous spirit, and so you moved from Austin to one town in Minnesota to another town in Minnesota, all the way then to New York, and then to 2 different places in New York. So you've lived in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different houses. And a lot of kids, that would screw them up. It didn't screw you up. You were so good on all of those moves, and so excited to see what else this world has to offer, even at such a young age. Thank you. I mean that, sweetie. Thank you for letting me and your mom kind of travel around and not quite put down the roots that we probably should have at an earlier age for you, but you put up with it. Thank you for all the memories that you've given me. From riding your bike, to the camping, to going to see Broadway shows, to just all the things that you've learned from making music. Most beautiful music I've ever heard in my entire life has either come out of your mouth when you're singing or through your clarinet. And I mean that. When people ask me, what kind of music do you like? I tell them my daughters. And now you're grown up so big, and I'm so proud of you. A lot of kids your age, they might sit around and just watch maybe, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or what's the new fad out there. And yeah, you know about that stuff, but you don't bring it here. And it's not something that is obsessively important to you. And I thank you for that, because again, that makes it easier to be a dad. Because you're so smart, we can have conversations about anything from the stars and how the universe works to politics. I mean, dang girl, you were telling me about Bernie Sanders before I even had a chance to talk to you about Bernie Sanders or anybody else, or Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. And you're in 7th grade, sweetie. That means that you're thinking up there. Again, thank you. I can honestly tell you, I want to thank you for letting me adopt you. It has been the greatest joy I have ever had in my entire life. The birth of Audrey is pretty close, and she's probably a tie with you. But you're my oldest, and I can feel it here, and you made that happen. You've always made great choices. You continue to make great choices in your life to make our family better. You help make our family better. So thank you, baby. I mean that. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I look forward to many, 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 many years of celebrating this day of October 16th as a special day for us, even though I've been your daddy since you were 1. This kind of made it legal and official and all that stuff, and we got a fancy certificate that says, you know, I'm officially the father, blah, blah, blah. But I look forward to celebrating this day many, many years from now with your children, maybe your grandchildren. And thank you, baby, for giving me all these memories that I will hold so dear in my heart. I love you, okay? And let's celebrate. Thank you, honey.